Welcome back to the news portion of DSI. The Worcester County Sheriff's Office is warning the public of a recent scam. There's a scammer calling Worcester County residents and telling them that they've missed jury duty and have an outstanding warrant and that they can avoid an arrest by paying restitution for that warrant. Now, Sheriff Matt Crisafulli says it's imperative that the community avoids taking these calls.
Law enforcement will never call you telling you that you owe money and you can pay over the phone. That's a red flag right there that it's a scam.
WMDT's Layla Wea will be doing a deep dive with the Sheriff's Office and a local tech group to talk about the motivations and preventative measures for these types of spam attacks. And today was the Diakonia Thrift Store hosting their Christmas in July event where people can donate Christmas supplies. WMDT's Rennell Foreman has the details.
I'm at the Diakonia Thrift Store for the 15th annual Christmas in July event where people can donate Christmas supplies among other things, and if you're lucky, you might be able to meet Santa Claus himself. For over 15 years, Diakonia has given back, and the term diakonia is Greek for service to others. Staff member John Liddy says it's important to be self-aware of where you come from.
We live out here, we have good lives, and don't have trouble putting food on the table or a roof over our heads, but that's not the case for everybody.
The thrift store focuses on taking in goods in coordination with the Diakonia Homeless Shelter, and thrift store manager Don Wise says the store has a little bit of everything.
People that are just starting out or do not have the money to spend and buy new furniture, or they're leaving the shelter and need to, get sofas, dishes. I mean, we carry everything.
And not everyone who leaves the homeless shelter is fully equipped, but Liddy says that's where they come in to help them transition to a better life.
Two ways we benefit the homeless. Number one, we make money for the homeless shelter, and number two, we provide goods for them when they're back on their feet and ready to get back on their own.
Wise says she gives all the credit to her volunteers.
I just really want to sincerely thank our volunteers, because without them we could never do this. They're so hardworking and happy.
In Ocean City, Rennell Foreman, WMDT.
And you can donate anytime at their site at 12507 Sunset Avenue in Ocean City. And now let's turn things over to Chief Meteorologist Rich Wardzik with a look at his forecast.
All right, Brandon, we wrapped up the week on such a nice note. I think that we can put this down as the best day so far this month. If not in the past several weeks. We had temperatures that were a few degrees below average. The sun was out. We didn't have any rain in any location today. And we had the flash flooding yesterday in some of the parts of Worcester County just outside of the beaches. But also today was the drop in humidity that was noticeable. Low to mid 80s across the peninsula for highs. And what you need to know after a fantastic Friday is that the weekend's not going to be horrible, but we get back into some changes. The humidity will slowly start to creep up, probably more noticeable Sunday into Monday. And then we get into an unsettled pattern that actually brings us a shot for a shower or thunderstorm every day. There'll be some days with a better chance than others, but the way we look at it here moving forward, 50-50 shot tomorrow, lower chance on Sunday, and then late Monday we get back into that occasional random batch of showers and storms that'll move through. That means there's going to be so many hours in between your location getting rain that we're not looking at a washout this week. These numbers are good for two reasons. One, it continues to build on us getting away from the drought conditions that we're in, but this pattern will also keep us from moving in to that next heat wave. So we're going to have average warm days with just below 90 degrees here through midweek and into the late part of the week, where we'll be in the mid 80s. But this will come with much higher humidity, so it's not going to be a comfortable outlook here going forward. It's just going to be a little easier to deal with than this past massive heat wave we went through. Shore Auto Sales Skycam, a live look in Georgetown on a dry evening. Current temperatures running in the low 70s. Very nice evening so far. Had a great third Friday out here in Salisbury. Definitely very comfortable out there. And yeah, the mosquitoes are chomping out there a little bit, but that's going to be the case here. The skeeter meter is going to keep it extreme through the weekend into early Monday. Now let's talk the humidity again. Right on the edge of very dry air and the humidity that's to the south, but we are the recipients of the comfortable air for now. But looking at that timestamp there, you see as we go through the weekend, the darker greens indicating where the dew points are in the 60s to low 70s, they start to migrate back north. And when you get into those numbers, that's when we get to the oppressive range. So by the time Monday comes, it'll feel like the mugginess that we had for several days before. Showers and storms building tomorrow afternoon and evening. They'll be scattered, but a lot of our Saturday will be dry before we get there. Same idea for Sunday with dry weather throughout the day. I expect Sunday actually to have more sun and that slight chance for a shower storm late in the day. We're comfortable tonight in the 60s. Tomorrow, we're going to be in the low to mid 80s, the chance of some of those late day storms. And your 7-day forecast, as I showed you with the temperature trend, going to keep it pretty static here next week. Unsettled, meaning there'll be a mix of sun and clouds. We'll have that occasional shower or thunderstorm chance. I guess the only complaint will be the mugginess that will be high, and that's indicative of nighttime lows that will only be in the 70s. So again, no heat wave, but certainly very uncomfortable next week where the fans and AC are going to be running full blast again. Brandon?
All right, thank you, Rich. Stick around. The Shorebirds have returned from their break. Highlights from Purdue Stadium are next on DSI.
Hi, I'm Brock Keeler with Salisbury University Football, and you're watching Delmarva Sports Insider.